I've heard that life is what you make it. I say, make room to grow. I'm your host, LaWanda Dockery, and this is the Make Room to Grow podcast. It all started with a dream about growing food, and who would ever imagine that growing food would lead to me learning about personal growth and development? Well, it did, and I want to bring you along for this beautiful ride. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hello, Grow Nation. It's your boy. It's a family affair today. I'm your host, Agunda Dockery. With me today is your normal host, my beautiful wife, the original host of Make Room to Grow, LaWanda A. Dockery. Also in the building today is the infamous my son, Kari Abraham. While I have you two here in the building, I thought we'd take a moment of reflection, kind of go down memory lane. I'll start off with you, Bae. Let me ask you a question. Tell me what you have seen now, and your vision for Make Room to Grow.
That is a great question. I know that's cliche to say, but what I've seen is God's faithfulness. I've seen that He can give you a seed of something, an idea, and I've seen Him be faithful. What I see now, what I'm seeing is that every iteration of our next expansion or growth takes a new level of vision. Or a new level of preparation is probably more appropriate. So for every round that you want to go higher and higher, you got to prepare just that much more. And what my vision is, my vision is to go travel around the country, go to visit different farms, interview different farmers, celebrity farmers. I really want us to encourage any and everybody that they are able to grow. They're able to put their hands to something that can grow. It's a life skill. I think it's an important thing. Now more than ever, we need to really know that we can do this. So there's no end. I want to have a space where people can come. They can pick their food. They can pick their flowers. We can sit and break bread. Know that the presence of God is there. And I want Him to be the focal point.
Great answer, Bae. We'll come back to that a little bit in a minute. I want to move to you, Kari. Being that this is your first time on Make Room to Grow podcast, I want to welcome you. Thanks for coming on. Let me ask you, what has your experience been with watching the Make Room to Grow project?
Yeah, I want to first start off by saying it's a pleasure to be here. I feel like I was the one that told my mom to start growing, so I should have been here, but I'm just messing with y'all. Now, it's been a dope experience. I learned a lot about growing. I got to see dope plants come up like every week, always just something new. So it's just been an informative experience for me.
Thank you for that, Kari. Bae, going back to you, you said you started growing 5 seasons ago. So did you see yourself at this moment that we're currently in right now?
I actually did not. I could say that I didn't. I was so busy being obedient and so busy chasing after, I guess, the craft or learning or immersing myself that I look up and it's going into the 5th season. I'm going into the 5th season. No, I didn't see where we would be. No. And son, yes, you are right. You first told me to rip up the backyard and do an urban garden, to which I said, absolutely not. And like many things that you say, you tell me, I shoot it down, and later on, we come back to it somehow. So I bless God for you.
You said Kari told you to rip up the backyard. Let me ask you, Kari, did you see that in a vision, a dream? What made you tell your mom to go rip up the backyard?
Not gonna lie, I was thinking about the money. I seen some stuff on like YouTube and Instagram. They were talking about urban gardens, just producing money. So I was like, yeah, Mom, we should do this. Yeah, that's where it's coming from.
Appreciate the honesty, Kari. This question is for both of you guys. Where do you see happening with Make Room to Grow?
Honestly, I look at it, or I see it becoming just like a conduit for growth and just an opportunity to create important connections and just help empower people about gardening and producing their own food. I think like something of this nature is just so powerful. It's one of the first things I'm sure humans learn how to do is grow food. So I just see it as just a pathway to just greater things.
So I listen to this podcast sometimes on YouTube that talks about business. And the host always says, hey, I get to get some free game while I'm interviewing these people, these business experts and people who have made it, so to speak. For me, gardening is I'm getting all these therapeutic benefits for free. I get to put my hands to the soil and God is doing what he does. Only he understands it. It's therapy for me. So if I can get my therapy the way Jesus is having me to get my therapy through growing and also teaching people, also imparting some of his truths, biblical truths, and leaving that with people, that's even better. If I could find a way to make a living out of this, that would be a dream. It has been a dream having both our son and my husband in the same room on Make Room to Grow. Babe, I have to ask you, where are you with all of this? You've been on the journey. You've been there since, definitely since season 2. You were in the beginning, but you got your hands involved in season 2. You've been growing. We've had tremendous success this past season. We were able to grow some loofah. Now we want to scale that up. In 2024, we want to do it big and 10x what we grew this past year. Where are you with this? Where are you seeing Make Room to Grow go in the years to come?
Well, to answer the first part of your question, I started doing it because you were doing it, and I wanted to spend more time with you. So that's why I started to do it. And it's been a learning experience since the beginning. What I've learned is that God follows the same blueprint with us. There's the same thing that goes on in the garden, male and female, the pollination part. It all is the same process with us. Where I see Make Room to Grow going, I know the Lord has his hand on this. I'm open to where it goes. I don't know where it's going to go. I know it's going to grow because that's the name of our thing, Make Room to Grow. So I know it's going to grow. I'm just excited to even be a part of it and just being able to get the experiences that I gained from it and just being part of the whole process. So I hope that answers your question. I'm just looking forward to tackling, doing this thing and watching it grow. Well, that about sums it up, family. It's definitely been a family affair. Want to give a quick shout out to my beautiful producer, LaWanda Dockery. Well, until next time, I want you to be intentional about those areas in your life where you are going to make room to grow.